What's happening, USSL on YouTube, bringing you some more vlog information. Today we are headed to the range to work on building the 2019 Safariland Expedition multi-gun, along with the night match, which is 10 stages of craziness, and the 2019 Mike Voigt Memorial 12-stage pistol match. I am on the way to the airport to pick up the one and only Paul Taylor, who flies in here 2 weeks out to help us out, kill himself. By the time he gets to shoot, he's beat, but love him to death for it. Every time we try to give him an out, he always freaking starts picking up a bigger rock, so you gotta love the guy. We're gonna go pick up Paul Taylor. We're gonna talk all things Safariland today, and we're gonna talk all things Safariland on this vlog. And then tomorrow on the live TMP show on Facebook, which will rebroadcast on Thursday, we're gonna talk all things Safariland, all things Safariland Expedition, and on the TMP show, we're gonna do some unboxing videos. So it's gonna happen while we sit in the office for the TMP show. Tune in to the Wednesday night, 6 o'clock live TMP show on Facebook, which will rebroadcast on the YouTube channel on Thursday. Tune in Wednesday night to watch Tani do some unboxings of prizes that you guys will be fighting for at the match. Alright, we're cruising into the airport to pick up the one and only Paul Taylor. Oh, not enough time this time for him to get one of his classes in, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do what we can. We'll talk to him about it, about getting one of his classes in. Passenger pick up. About getting one of his classes in at the 2019 USSL Grand Championships. That thing's going to be insane. And if we get him out here early enough to put in one of his classes, that could be pretty cool. So, heading up to the range after this. Again, today what I want to talk about the most is going to be all things Safariland. We're going to be out there building. I don't want to talk too long, but I do want to give you guys some information on some targets and some shots and some things that you might want to prepare for or know for before you show up to the match. Got a lot of questions coming in about long-range rifle, about shotgun, about slugs. I got all these questions coming in about that, so I'm going to make sure we talk about that after we get Paul. We just drive down the road and look for a shady guy with a big gun case. Shady looking guy with a big gun case. Otherwise we circle. He's usually down at the end. I think I see him. There he is. Right now he's looking at my truck going, "What the f*** did you do?"
Oh!
I got that for you. I knew you couldn't
Oh
get it
man,
without
don't even try it. Thanks, sir.
I did. I got that for you, you know?
Oh man! Look at all this bling!
So the first thing Paul Taylor says is, "This thing's stupider than your boat." Love it. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Ah, living the dream.
Living the dream. I love it. I love it.
Oh shoot!
Can you guys see Paul right there? What's the matter?
Nothing.
Can you guys see Paul right there? See Paul right there. That's our mic. That's us.
What?
We are working on the little vlog.
You're not live right now, are you?
No, we're not live. We're just gonna edit this thing up tonight, talking all things Safariland. Just picked up Paul, saw the big old ear-to-ear grin on his face, making fun of my
Everybody's seen your truck, right?
Everybody's seen it.
How come I haven't seen it?
Everyone's made fun of it. Well, you didn't make it to SHOT Show. That's when everybody saw it.
Oh, this was done at SHOT Show?
Just before SHOT Show. So, actually, huge props to Rocky and Tire Pros out of South Jordan, Utah. I think it's South Jordan, somewhere just south of Salt Lake. But a huge props to my boy Casey Pratt, because he hooked me up with some airbags and a tonneau cover. because he had this same exact truck. And when he had this truck, I was like, dude, I freaking need your truck. And so he sold it, and I was like, okay. About 6 months later, I found a used one on CarMax, and then Casey still had his tonneau cover and the airbags for it. So his shop put in the airbags, the tonneau cover, and did the level 4-inch lift, if you will, right there. And I was dumb and got tires for Christmas, and here we are.
Yeah.
Ghettoed out. Can't lose your 22s.
Oh, this is definitely fits in Vegas, I'm sure. not where I live.
actually here, like, it's still pretty out of it. Most people here are on like 20s, but you go up to like SoCal, everybody's running 22s, 24s. Fits in a little bit better. What's up, man? How's the cold?
Oh, dude, it was 14 degrees this morning. 14 degrees.
How much snow you got?
8 inches. 8 inches of snow. It won't stop snowing.
Oh,
like
man.
every 3-4 days, as soon as the snow melts, we got snow on Saturday and Sunday, and it's just, my brother-in-law said it best. He's like, I don't mind the cold. I finally got all my snovel gear out of storage. When I moved back last February, I didn't have anything out, like nothing. I was freezing the entire time, but now, over the summer was able to go through, got my wet weather gear out, got my cold weather gear out. I needed it for hunting, which was awesome.
Nice.
But now the cold, and I'm climatized now. I moved back in February from here, back home, and I was just freezing my rear end off. Now it's no big deal. You work outside, you feed the animals, you do all the farm work. I'm all snivel. I got my big, the Marshmallow Man suit. Mm-hmm. I wear that, so it's got freaking cow crap all over it. You got your farm clothes that
you probably don't go out to dinner with those. You don't go out to dinner with those.
Not at all. But I'm used to the weather. It's just I fell on my ass. I thought I broke my knee the other day.
You love getting hurt right before you come here. It's going to be hell.
I was taking my sister's dog for a walk in the farm. It goes down a hill, the driveway, and the snow had covered this patch of ice. Never knew it was there. And I went to slip and I caught myself, and as I caught myself, my leg bent backwards and my heel touched my rear end. That hasn't happened in 5 years. I don't, even when I stretch, I don't stretch that much. And I'm laying on the ground yelling for my brother-in-law. He came, he got the dog, he went in the house, and it was like, where'd he go? He's not even coming back out to help me up. So I laid there on the ground for like 10 minutes until my rear end was soaking wet, and I was like, well, it looks like I got to get up. So I staggered up. I was like, man, I'm going to be sore in the morning. Like, I'm going to be hurting. And the next morning it was a little sore. But I was like, well, I guess I'm good to go. Yeah, back feels good. I go to the VA once a month and talk to the doctor. The next step is another series of shots. I'm probably getting closer and closer to knee surgery, so we'll see what happens. Started seeing a chiropractor for a little bit, and the only good chiropractor I ever had was that dude out in Vegas, and he cracked my neck, and it just aligned everything. And here's a freaking Pete Rinsing's brother here. Well, he's got some off-road tires.
Dude, he's on like a 12-inch lift. It's a 12-inch lift.
Get your level to him.
Yeah, that's a 12-inch lift on a ramp.
I don't think
but look at his cute little tires.
Yeah, I don't think his tires are sticking out as much as yours.
Those are probably 20s. They're so cute. 20s are cute.
He's got bigger mirrors. You should see the mirrors. You should see my truck, bro.
Dude, it looks sick. I love the pictures. I know. I can't wait.
My sister.
You're going to be a mess director, so you're going to have to run a major. I'll come out there. I'll help you build a major.
This is a indoor range that's big enough for one stage.
We could do the indoor nationals. Be the indoor nationals.
Dude, I got some. Do you remember the range that I was telling you about? I went home for Christmas a year and a half ago or so.
Okay.
And I went and had an interview at a range in West Virginia. Remember that?
Yep.
$3 million shoot house, driving course. Well, I got invited to go down to their driving instructor course.
Cool.
So I went down. There was 13, 14 of us. 3-day course. Day 1, they put us through the course. Day 2, they teach us how to be instructors. The instructors are working with us. Day 3, they bring students in.
Oh, wow.
Like they bring students. Now these are all like volunteers from the local town, and we're just like, you got it. This is like drinking through a fire hose. 3 days. It was freaking crazy. At the end of it, they're like, hey, we don't have any numbers we had to take. If you're good enough, we'll take you. They rated us from a 1, 2, or a 3. A 1 was you're ready to work. A 2 is you need some work. Come through a driving course. Like 1 is you're ready to work. When you come down to train, you're getting paid. 2 is you got to go through a couple driving courses, tweak stuff, be a better instructor, work on your people skills, so on and so on. You know how my people skills are. And then 3 is nice knowing you. You don't know how to drive. So I was one of 3 people.
Nice.
They got picked.
Of course.
Me, a Navy SEAL, and another dude that I have no idea who this guy was.
Of course you were.
So I'm looking forward to. But they've got driving instructors, they got shooting instructors, and then they have guys that can do both. And that's where they make their money, because they don't have to ship like 2 guys in. Like this guy come in for the driving package and he leaves, and then you got all the logistics for the next guy. Like they've only got a couple of guys that can do both.
Yeah.
I haven't gone through any shooting instructor, their shooting instructor course. I don't know if I can make it. But,
right. Shut up.
But it should be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So we are heading out to the range to see Coop. We're gonna go hang out with the man.
Coop's out there.
Yeah, Coop's out there. JB, I think's out there. Michael Kelly's on his way out there. Brian O'Trample will be out there, and we're gonna do a little bit of work, get some stages up, try to get a good head start again. Paul in here 2 weeks early, like always, but the guys, Jeremy and Cody, are not coming until match day. They're not coming until Tuesday, like staff build. And staff match starts Tuesday, because I'm not killing you guys like usual. I want to make sure you guys shoot 5 on Tuesday, 5 on Wednesday, 5 on Thursday, instead of like a 10-stage day where you're going to be dead, right?
Well, that's why we're out here early.
That's why we're going to head out here early. So one thing I want to talk to you guys about, there's so many questions. This is the Safariland Expedition match, and the biggest change this year is it's not hot. It's 69 degrees.
It's hot for me.
You're dying.
I'm sweating already.
So the biggest change is the time change. So we move up to March, and we're not going to be in that 100-and-something degree weather. Now, why did we choose June? We chose June because we wanted to match with a triple schedule, and now that we're in March, we do not have the triple schedule anymore. So it's just a normal AM, PM, PM, AM schedule, instead of before we had a morning, afternoon, evening, and then dark. So the other thing that's going to change, and a little bit different with the match, is with that triple schedule, we only had enough time to shoot for 4 hours for a 5-stage group, and now we have a little bit more time. So what I'm telling you guys is your stages this year at the 2019 Safariland Expedition are a little bit bigger. There's probably only an average of maybe 5 rounds more per stage, but that 5 rounds is of course sprinkled over a little bit more movement. Stages are a little bit bigger, and there's going to be a 5-hour schedule instead of a 4-hour schedule. So you're going to have a little bit more time per stage, and there's going to be so many options. You're going to want some of that time to figure things out. But a couple things. Long range. No, there's not long range, if you will, just like the expedition scoring sets up for. But we are this year going to test you a little bit, and especially if you guys are shooting PCC only or 2x4, you might want to know what your PCC does at some different distances. Now, if I tell you need to know what your PCC does at 50 yards, you might be okay because you go out and shoot 8-inch groups, but there's going to be 4-inch targets. So at 50 yards, you're going to have a 4-inch by 6-inch tall target. It's a legit little dinky thing with a PCC.
Offhand.
So, yeah. So, actually, when we tested it, 2 of the top shooters in the world shot offhand and 1 shot from the position. So, definitely going to have the option. There's probably going to be something for you to grab a hold of, but you want to know what your PCC does at 50 yards exactly. Not, I think it'll hold this. Because you're going to have some 6-inch and 4-inch targets at the 50 yards range. And then you're going to have some 10-inch circles that might be pushing all the way out to about 90 yards, 85, 90 yards. So not quite 100, but...
Are you recommending a 50-yard zero for PCC? Is that what I'm hearing?
Zip it.
Okay. We'll have to delete that out.
I'm recommending a 50-yard zero and know where it drops at 100, because we're gonna have maybe a 10-inch target at 90 yards. So what I figured out, and the way we evolved this was, obviously Titan gave me that PCC last year at Safariland, which was super awesome. We figured out that that Titan PCC shoots 147 grain bullets at 50 yards and holds like a 2-inch group. So it does a really good job with the 147s, a little bit bigger of a group with 115s, 124s.
Right.
So then, because you've got that 147, that heavier bullet, I went ahead and shot it out to 100 yards. It actually has like a 6-inch drop at 100 yards. So I can put a 50-yard zero on it and hold a 2-inch group. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't know it was dropping that 6 inches and I was holding the center of a 10-inch plate at 100 yards, I wouldn't be hitting it.
Nope.
So it's very important that you guys, this is why I want to talk about it real quick, that you guys know what your PCCs doing are at 50 and what they're going to do further than that, 70, 80, 90, 100 yards. Now out there at that 90 yard, 80 range, it's going to be a 10-inch circle. So you've got something to aim at. You got a nice big target. It'll be an MGM flash target with a nice big, Coroplast flash card up above it. So you're going to be able to see the target even if you just have a dot. You're going to be able to see the target, no problem. But it's definitely going to be a shot. It's going to challenge the rifles. And a PCC's a rifle. And we're not shooting a pistol match. We're shooting a multi-gun match.
Now, are these targets that multi-gun shooters and two-gun shooters are shooting at with the rifle?
They will all be shooting them with their rifles. Now, there are another question that was asked, rifle spinners. There are 2 rifle spinners in the match, but the PCC guys will be able to get a lot closer to them, probably close to a 25-yard mark. So if you are uncomfortable shooting a rifle spinner with your PCC, you won't have to do it at 50 yards. You'll be able to
have to like run down the range and run back. I ain't shooting PCC. I'm shooting rifle.
Well, no, the fair thing is 100% of the field will have to go all the way back there to get some paper, get some knockdowns, get some other targets. The rifle shooters will have to shoot from in front of the green line. So you guys don't forget about the green lines, and it'll be in the written stage briefs, but you're going to see on the stages on the ground a 2-foot piece of fault line or a 2-foot piece of target stick that's painted bright green, and that is the minimum distance line to shoot that back steel with your 223 rifle, with your 308 rifle, with your bigger rifle. If you got a smaller gun, run back there.
We run matches just like this back on the East Coast all the time.
All the time?
I mean, all winter, yeah.
All winter long? You've been doing this like left and right?
Oh, yeah. I haven't shot a 3-gun match, I think, since the last time I was here.
So I'm gonna tune this out because I don't want this thing to get too long. But that's exactly the things I want to talk to you guys about: is know what your guns are doing. There's gonna be a lot of pistol shooting in this match. There's gonna be a lot of shotgun shooting in this match. There are 13 slugs in this match. So if you're gonna be shooting shotgun, I guarantee you there's some slugs, and there's also mandatory slug or PCC targets, which means you will not be able to engage those slug targets with your pistols if you're shooting your standard divisions or your rifles. So there will be some mandatory slug targets for you 3-gunners, and for you 2x4s, Option Central. Just crazy,
what about
crazy
what about 2-gunners? What are their options there?
Yeah, so 2-gunners, they will be shooting with their pistol, and that'll be the only division that will be allowed, and it'll be in the written stage brief. Good call, because honestly, there's so much in this match that you could do with a pistol because of the close proximity, that if you didn't make some mandatory shotgun targets, you basically wouldn't be able to shoot a shotgun. And that's one of the complaints we get, and we want to make sure we avoid that. So we don't want you to go to a match, come shoot a 15-stage match and say, I only shot 20 rounds of shotgun the whole match. I'm giving you a lot of reasons to get on the shotgun. You'll see when you get here. Stages might be posted on SafarilandExpedition.com. They were sent over to those guys, and they were going to try to get them up on the website. But come ready to walk, because you're going to see some stuff you've never seen before, guys. I guarantee you there's going to be some stages, some dynamics at this match, and the options that are allowed, because you get to choose what guns you start with. What division you start? What division you playing?
This match?
Yeah.
2-gun.
Okay, so your options can be a little more limited, but when you think about the standard divisions, if you were to walk up on a stage and the whole front of the stage was paper, you now can choose pistol or rifle. And if the whole back PCC, and if the whole back of that stage was then steel, you can now shoot shotgun or pistol in the back. So you now have the choice when you walk up on the stage to shoot all PCC. Obviously, if the front's all paper and the back's all steel, you're going to have to start with your rifle and go to your pistol. Another division might start with their pistol, go to their shotgun. They might start with their rifle, go to their pistol. They might start with their rifle and go to their... Is that your truck?
No, I thought that's what your truck used to look like.
It
but
is.
It's not.
That's
a Canyon.
Oh.
It's a little smaller.
Oh.
It's like a little baby, whatever this is. I was like, that was your truck before the lift. We're literally sitting like 6 feet higher than that truck. It's almost the same truck.
You know, when I went with the level or the 3.5-inch lift,
this is not a leveling kit.
I was like, well, I had a 3.5-inch rake, so they were like, yeah, we'll just do it like a 3.5, 4, and you'll level out. Well, I thought it wasn't going to look any different. I was so upset with the level. I'm like, but I didn't want to do like a 6'9", a big old lift because the range and Tawny and towing the boat and all that stuff. When I got to the shop, when I got to Rocky's Pro afterwards and I walked in there, I was like, oh my God, that's my truck. It's so sick.
Now,
and then I was like, Paul Taylor
lift on it without the tires, or lift in the tires?
When I first saw it, there was no tire because they wouldn't fit yet.
Okay.
They had to lift it to make them fit. But when I saw it, I said, oh, Paul Taylor, I'm going to have to give him a step because he's not going to be able to get in, you know? That. So I thought about you, bro. I do.
Thanks.
You know, I could either get a little step stool, or I could just bolt a little step on that.
I would have taken a little step stool. I would have been happy with that.
Anyways, the match is going to be sick. We're going to get out there and do some work. We'll see you guys in a couple of days. I'll try to get this thing up tonight. Tomorrow, don't forget, live TMP show. Probably going to be the TP&P show. And what we're going to do, something cool in that one, is we're going to do some unboxing videos for your prizes from Safariland during the live TMP show.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? So Paul and I'll be just hanging out. Tanya will be behind us unboxing stuff and flashing it. It should be fun. We'll have a good time with it.
She's just flashing what's in the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not flashing it. and then we'll rebroadcast the live TMP show on the YouTube channel the next day on Thursday. So if you don't Facebook and you watch this right now, be sure to check out the USSL on YouTube on Thursday, and you'll be able to watch some of the what's in the box unboxings of what you're going to be fighting for at the 2019 Safariland Expedition match, starting staff match starting in just 1 week, and we'll see you guys there. What's happening? Pete here from USSL. Lame. What's happening? Pete here from USSL. Lame. What's happening? Pete here from USSL.